As a mental health counselor, I'm a nationally certified mental health counselor, so I know a lot of resources that were out there for trauma, and I went through a great deal of trauma recently. So I started first trying to get in with a psychiatrist and also a local therapist that specialized in EMDR. I was having a very hard time finding someone that could help me. I felt desperate. I needed help. I knew I needed help. And so I started seeing what else was out there. I remember coming across at some point during one of my seminars or trainings that I was at for trauma, ketamine-assisted therapy. And they just briefly mentioned it. But then I started Google searching, and revitalizing infusion therapies came up, and I saw it said ketamine, and something about ketamine just stuck in my head. And so I started doing a little research on what ketamine was and how it worked for trauma. At that point, I picked up the phone and called Revitalizing Infusions. The staff was wonderful, talked to me through the process, what it would be like, gave me options. They could set me up right away with a doctor to a psychiatrist that could see if the treatment was appropriate for me and what the best treatment would be. I instantly felt heard, and I felt like there was hope. The environment at Revitalizing Infusions is super relaxing, tranquil, peaceful. The staff is wonderful. They're friendly. They know who you are when you come in. They adjust the treatment to fit your needs and what is best for you. They understand that, someone receiving therapy for the first time, it can be scary, and you don't know what to expect. So they're wonderful about talking you through the treatment and being there for you. My experience with ketamine, I would call a love-hate relationship. Getting ketamine for the first time was very scary. I'm someone that, doesn't like a lot of medication. I don't like to feel like, I'm not present. I like to be in control. The staff was more than accommodating. The first time I had my treatment, they allowed my family member to sit with me and be there with me. They also were there to hold my hand if I felt nervous at all. The effects of ketamine I could notice instantly. It has completely changed my life. I came into ketamine not wanting to live anymore. I sat my mom and my fiance down in the kitchen, and after the amount of trauma I had been through, I was experiencing so many flashbacks and PTSD, and it was so traumatic. And I said, I can't do this anymore. I don't want to live. I really felt that I had nothing really to live for, and I had no desire to continue to live. 4 hours after my treatment, I would say those feelings completely subsided. I no longer had any suicidal ideation. I noticed that my depression was starting to go away. My anxiety was coming down. The flashbacks were getting farther and farther apart. I no longer need any type of anxiety medication such as benzodiazepine. I currently only take a little bit of an antidepressant, an SSRI. Prior to ketamine, I was taking 20 milligrams of Lexapro, 75 milligrams 2 times a day of Wellbutrin. I noticed the Ativan with the PTSD was just making me mean and making me irritable. Guidance and words of wisdom I would give somebody that is considering revitalizing infusions for ketamine treatment to go with your initial instinct and call the clinic. Get that consultation, see if the treatment is right for you. It was life-changing for me. I know that I may not be here today if it wasn't for Revitalizing Infusion, may not be in my relationship, engaged to be married, if it wasn't for Revitalizing Infusion. Trauma can really impact your life, and it destroys everything that you thought was reality, and it makes you question your own existence and your own self-worth. And ketamine really helps be able to cope with that trauma and really get your life back.